Hello, beautiful soul. This is Nick the Mystic, and today we're going to dive into the new moon solar eclipse in Aries energy, and we're going to do it a little bit differently. I felt more aligned and excited with creating an audio version instead of a video version, so think of this kind of like a podcast episode. Just allow yourself to relax, listen, and tune into the frequencies of this powerful time and how to harness it with clear intention. This new moon is a power-packed new moon because it's an Aries new moon for the second time in a row, which is a rare occurrence, and it's also happening with a total solar eclipse. It's happening on April 19th or 20th, depending on your time zone, but you will feel the eclipse season energy for many, many months, as eclipses mark a time of powerful endings and closing of cycles, and life-enhancing new beginnings. This is a time for profound spiritual healing and creating new timelines of reality for yourself. While Aries energy is a very proactive and action-oriented sign, this is also a time to sink deeper into your own self-reflection about the deeper truths of who you are and why you're here at this time. We all have a soul purpose in coming to Earth, along with many intentions our soul chose that it wanted to experience in order to grow and expand. Now is the time to allow for your own soul revelations to come through as to what that deeper purpose might be. And keep in mind, your purpose doesn't always have to be tied to your vocation. Your purpose can simply be the frequency you want to embody or share with others. It can be tied to your personal evolution or in support of the evolution of others. It can be the specific lessons you wanted to learn and how you wanted to express your most joyful passions. Release the idea of your purpose needing to look a certain way and tap into the energy of how you want your life to feel. With all of that said, here are the top 5 things you need to know about this new moon solar eclipse in Aries. Number 1, Aries is all about the inner warrior that has the instinct to protect, the brave and courageous initiator, and represents mastery of self. Because the moon is in the sign of Aries, there is a strong initiative for moving forward, specifically in regards to personal evolution and spiritual purpose. This is a time for deep spiritual awareness and knowing the true essence of who you are and why you are here. This is a powerful time for utilizing the energy of the solar eclipse to wash away old aspects of self that have been keeping you stuck or in identities that others may have placed upon you, or self-limiting identities that you may have placed upon yourself. Now is a time to let these old aspects of self fall away with ease by becoming aware of the patterns, beliefs, and habits that keep you out of alignment with the source within you. When you notice yourself in resistance, ask yourself, what about this thing am I resisting? Is there an unconscious pattern or belief that makes me think that this is the only way there is, or that this is the only way it can be? If I were to choose the path of least resistance and let myself off the hook, what would be the next thought or intentional action I could take that feels better? And begin attuning yourself to the alignment within you as you let go of any old aspects of needing to fight reality. This is a time for the inner warrior to stop fighting outside reality and become harmonious with the reality within, so that the warrior may continue on the awakened path and have a greater awareness of its true self outside of the realm of illusion. And in doing so, you will remember that awakening doesn't happen through force. it happens through flow. And the way to get to flow is through intentional surrender, listening, being, and receiving. The second thing for you to know about this new moon solar eclipse is you will be receiving past life activations of soul gifts, talents, and strengths to benefit the greater good and serve your greatest joy. Our soul expands and grows through contrast by experiencing the opposite of our true essence. In order to remember who you are, you must experience the energy of who you are not. So, think of your soul as an essence and energy in the spirit realm, right? Whatever that energy and essence is, let's say you are the essence of freedom. When you come to Earth, you choose a family and bloodline that represents the opposite of freedom. So, constraint, entrapment, control, everything that is the opposite of what your true soul is, in order for you to actually expand into who you really are. So tune into any of the energies that you may have experienced in this life, and a lot of that's going to be polarized energies, right? Because we live in a reality of contrast. So whatever the polarized energies are that you experienced, it's because that your essence is the opposite of those things. In order for you to see the divine mirror of who you truly are, again, you must experience the opposite of that thing. It's never about you having deserved that thing, or that's your karma, or blame and shame on the person or the people in your family or anything like that. We want to get to a place of neutrality, of seeing everything from the soul's perspective, because your soul chose the path and the route to its greatest expansion. We learn and grow in a polarized dimension and density of reality through the light and the dark, the yin and the yang, the up and the down. That's just what we chose. And so the easier we can see it as its balancing act, we become the experiencer of the experience rather than the character in the story of the experience. Use your pain as a portal to remember and reclaim your light. As old memories and painful experiences resurface, it's serving as a way for clearing the path for past life gifts and mastery to be activated. For it's through this pain where you have gained your greatest wisdom. And this brings me to one of my favorite quotes, and that is, "The wound is the place where the light enters you." Rumi. Remember that everything we experienced was through choice, whether it was through conscious choice or through our soul's choice. But trust that everything you've experienced thus far was absolutely perfect and pivotal for the character that you wanted to be in this incarnation, for the level of expansion that you wanted to experience in this incarnation. Okay, number 3, be willing and brave to be who you are. If you have a dream in your heart, know that it has been placed there for a divine purpose. Your desires lead to the path of your destiny. And by the time your desires reach you in thought, they already exist in the etheric realm. It then simply becomes a game of matching the vibrational frequency of that reality in order for it to be made manifest in the material realm. The universe is your creative partner. Are you saying yes to dance, even if you don't know all the moves? Trusting that the universe will lead you? Or are you trying to take the lead in order to feel a sense of control, even though you have no idea what the next moves are? As you learn and accept who you are, you become the most powerful vibration you can be and emanate. When you're afraid to own and express the truth of who you are, your passions, desires, and dreams, it's like living in an environment that wasn't made for you to thrive in. Think of it like being a bird learning to live underwater or a fish learning to live on land. How would you expect it to thrive or survive when it's living in unnatural expressions of its life energy? A bird yearns to fly and a fish yearns to swim because that is its divine nature and purpose. That's what it was designed to do. You hold that same energy within you, and during this time, tune into the energy and wisdom of your heart to reveal to you your truest nature and the path that leads to your most fulfilling purpose. Number 4, past pain and self-defeating behaviors being transmuted from the heart and evolving into higher expressions. So a lot of old wounds and unconscious behaviors that were developed as a means to receive love are being dissolved now so that you may allow yourself to receive divine unconditional love. As you create new experiences in your mind and psyche on what true unconditional love is, you will allow yourself to release old self-sacrificing patterns and wire in what true love actually is. And on a deeper level, a lot of this is very nervous system based, as again, we think our mind and psyche are what identifies what love is, or our body based on chemical responses and reactions. But a lot of it will be wired in and tuning into your nervous system as it becomes acclimated into your body's experience. When our body can experience unconditional love, it creates not only new neural pathways in our brain, but it resets our entire nervous system as it's having a new electrical exchange, so to speak. So when we can be present within our body and receiving love in a way that is safe, and not only safe, but again, comes without conditions, our body is then now programming itself to that new experience of this is what it feels like, this is what it looks like, this is what the experience is like, and it becomes much more of a visceral experience and moves the experience from the head to the heart while simultaneously reprogramming the mind and the body. So as you are letting go of these old unconscious behaviors that you had learned to basically receive love, which a lot of it is self-sacrifice to some degree, what's important to know, not only at this time, but continuing on, is what nurtures you is nurturing for all. As you are following the truths of your own heart and honoring your needs, this teaches and allows others to do the same. So we can all begin operating and living in higher frequencies of nourishment and genuine care. When we care for ourselves, we naturally and inherently care for others. Our personal well-being reflects the well-being we are helping to create for the world. This is a time to know, understand, and meet all of your needs to the best of your ability, and in doing so, you will open up to the vibration of unconditional love, as you can then personally match that frequency. We've been heavily trained and conditioned to look to the outside world to meet all of our own needs, which on some level, yes, like we are here for a reason, and we do have connections and community, and we are all in these separated aspects of source because we do need each other. Of course, all of us together make the whole. And yet, in order to get to that place of wholeness, we must create that wholeness from within. And not only create it because on some level we are already actually whole, it's just that remembrance and inner awakening of the truth of that wholeness that we already are. So as we are in this dimension and density of separation from source, that is the part that we are playing here, is the illusion of separation. So as we can come home deeper into our hearts, into ourselves, into our beingness, we will see and feel and experience the wholeness that we already are, and will no longer unconsciously need or seek those unmet needs from others. So as we allow ourselves to meet those needs for ourselves, it's like our needs are constantly fulfilled and our cup is constantly filled. Our cup is constantly overflowing at the brim because we know how to feed ourselves with the energy that we've been seeking from others. It might seem scary at first, especially if you are an empath or someone who's just such an overgiver that your identity is literally based on meeting the needs of others. Your identity is literally based on the attunement of the emotions of the environment around you and the people around you. It can feel quite scary to feel like if I'm not giving to other people, then I'm failing, or I'm not living my purpose, or I'm just quite literally like non-existent because your energy is so enmeshed in so many other people. So allow this to be a time of truly just letting spirit take over and guide you back into the energy of your own soul, because this is a powerful portal in time for the fractalized pieces of your soul to come back home to yourself, but they can't do that when you're so focused on literally everyone else but yourself. This has to be a time where you literally let yourself be selfish. We actually quite literally need to be selfish beings, because if we aren't selfish and we're constantly giving to others, which is so ironic because in other people thinking that we need to give to them, that's them then being selfish, when the real selfishness that we want to take in is being so attuned to our own energy and our own well-being that nothing else can take away from that. And that is the true power that allows us to evolve and come home to ourselves and to, again, remember the wholeness that we already are. And last but not least, number 5, everything is always working out for you. Allow the universe to do its job in divine orchestration. You are a child of the universe, so let the universe take care of you. Let go of your need to control, to have every piece and next steps to your path all figured out. Allow yourself to immerse yourself in the energy of trust. What would it feel like to trust in my life and the continuous unfoldment of each of its chapters? Nature doesn't worry or fret. Nature doesn't shed its leaves in fear that it's losing something to never be regained. It sheds, it rests, it grows, and then it blooms. It does all of this through being. Nature doesn't grow through doing. It grows in stillness. It grows in presence. And the same goes for you. You are a part of nature, and you are a part of the cosmos. No part of you has been lost or forgotten. No part of you has been ignored, abandoned, or diminished. The earth and the cosmos are at your beck and call to give you everything that you need. Your needs and desires are constantly being supplied when you remember to live in the natural state of abundance. We're just playing in the realm of separation and pretending to forget our true divine nature. As you give yourself time and space to rest, time and space to be, all of your light can come back to you to be integrated into your inherent wholeness. We often embark on intense quests of spiritual awakening to become more aware and more conscious beings. so we may raise our vibration and collective frequency. But we forget that the most change and transformation happens within our own stillness through the quieting of our mind. There is nothing outside of us that we need to achieve or attain when the universe exists within us. So if you were to ingrain the belief system that everything is always working out for me, how can you allow every moment transform within itself as that new belief is the dominant vibration that takes precedence over your entire life experience? It would allow you to relax and not see things from such a polarized standpoint. It would allow you to be neutral, knowing that this thing I may be experiencing in the physical might be uncomfortable, or might be unpleasant, or might be painful, or might be something I quite just honestly don't prefer to experience. And yet, there's a deeper layer under there that's continuously guiding me, showing me that things are always working out for me. So how can I be present to this experience that, again, I might not prefer, and allow the divine to show me how all of it is quite literally orchestrated in perfection? Because everything is the divine. So as I remember that everything is the divine, everyone is the divine, everything within reality is divine because it was created by divine, how can I allow myself to relax into this experience and see it from a higher perspective? Or how can I shift my point of awareness, my point of focus into something that is resonant to allow my energy and vibration to shift into that state? It's all about our point of awareness and our point of focus. So give yourself permission to believe that everything is always working out for you. And I tell you, the universe will continuously show you how and why everything is always working out for you. And the mundane becomes magical, and the boring becomes miraculous, because you realize that everything is alive and everything is consciousness expressing itself in a different form. Let me know in the comments below where you are going to allow the energy of trust to take the lead in your life, and in what ways you are going to allow yourself to rest in order to receive. Be sure to set strong intentions for this next phase of your life, specific aspects of yourself that you're ready to let go of, and the areas that you are ready to blossom in. This is a time to dream big and to align with the universal energies and allow this to be a co-creative dance so your most radiant and expansive self can emerge through. Enjoy this powerfully transformative new moon solar eclipse in Aries, and I wish you all a beautiful journey into being who you truly are, knowing that that's all you came here to be.